Welcome to spring, my friends. Yes. For the next 3 or 4 weeks, I'm going to be doing spring songs. And I've really enjoyed putting them together. Good to have you with us. Well, the first song I did was a Beatles song. Here Comes the Sun, yes. And so many of you up north and parts of the country that are still having snow, believe it or not, they are. Well, George Harrison wrote this to welcome spring. And came out in 1969, yeah. And then the next one I went into was Spring is Here. So here comes the sun, spring is here. And that actually is from 1938. And it was in a musical called I Married an Angel. That's a Rodgers and Hart tune. Spring is here. Yes. Well, it is here. And you know what? With spring comes, you know what? First song, well, you knew what that was. April Showers. 1921, Al Jolson. He did that for a Broadway musical, actually was written for that musical called Bumbo. I had never heard of it before. Bombo. Yeah. Well, that's a great song. You know, Spike Jones wrote a parody to that song, and it said the parody was, "When April showers, she never closes the curtain." But for those of you my age, you remember Spike Jones? Yes. Well, and the next one was, "I'll Be With You in Apple Blossom Time." 1920. The Andrews Sisters did that in a movie called Buck Privates. They did a lot of great songs in that movie. "I'll Be With You in Apple Blossom Time." So speaking of Apple Blossom Time, how about this one? Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White and by Perez Prado, 1950. Yes. Wonderful song. Now back then they did a lot of cha-chaing then, right, too. So, all right. I got two more. Here we go. first song, let's take an old-fashioned walk. Can you imagine taking a walk with this beautiful scene back here, huh? With all the cherry blossoms. Yes. 1949, and that song was written by Irving Berlin. It was a major hit for Perry Como, and also Frank Sinatra and Doris Day did it, yeah. Let's take an old-fashioned walk. The next one is While Strolling Through the Park, but actually the legal name for this song is The Fountain in the Park. It was written in 1880, used in vaudeville, and a few of those bars were sung on the moon by two astronauts. It was on the Apollo 17 mission. Can you see them walking on the moon while strolling through the park? They both must have had a wonderful sense of humor. Okay, how about this one? Tell you before I do the next song, I'll tell you that's Tiptoe Through the Tulips with me, and I know you already knew that. 1929. But in 1968, how many of you heard Tiny Tim playing his ukulele and singing this song, all right? It was a novelty hit for him, really. He sang this on Laugh-In. Remember Ronan Martin's Laugh-In? Yeah, Tiptoe to the Tulips. It was written for a musical called The Gold Diggers of Broadway. And if you look at TCM, the channel there, you will see there are several Gold Diggers musicals, different years in the 30s. And they're all great, all great. Well, I'm going to do two songs now, and I'm going to tell you what they are. The first one is called Morning Mood, and it was written by Edward Grieg, for the Pyramid Suite. It was the first movement of that composition, and 1875. And the next one I'm going to do, though, is one that you know, and it's called Morning is Broken. It's not really a song per se for spring, but when I think of spring, I think like morning has broken. There's something about mornings in spring, and it just, beautiful time of year, isn't it? Everything is coming in life. Well, folks, here is the song, and I love this. I remember playing this back, oh my goodness, 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and I played this with the wonderful Rosemary. Rosemary has passed away, but her and I played a wonderful duo together. It was just great. And we played in the lounge, and we played this in one of my productions here. I miss her very much. And Rosemary, every time I do this song, you're right beside me playing that violin. is Broken came out in 1931. Yes. It was a hymn. Popularized by Cat Stevens. That was a one hit for him in 1972. Okay, let's do a couple of others here. First song, Blue Skies, Blue Skies. Al Jolson, yes, Al Jolson sang that in 1927 in the original movie Jazz Singer. Yeah. When that song was played in the musicals, wherever it was played, just one time, there was like about 24 encores. Yes. Well, a gal by the name of Belle Baker, she was doing it. And I believe it was in a musical called Betsy. Anyway, the last encore, she forgot her lines, forgot the lyrics. And it just so happened that Irving Berlin, who wrote the song, was in the front row. When she forgot her lyrics, Irving Berlin started singing the song, and he finished the song. Oh my. I love these tidbits about these songs. Well, you know the next one was Younger Than Springtime, and that was in the 1949 musical South Pacific, right? Written by Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein the second. Okay. first song, I know you've heard it. The song is called Put On Your Sunday Clothes. It's in the Jerry Herman film musical, Hello, Dolly. Yes, 1963 that came out. Well, and my last song is, even though it's spring, this song is very popular during springtime because it might as well be spring, but it is. And it's from the musical State Fair, yeah. That was also a Richard Rodgers, Oscar Hammerstein II composition that came out in 1945. Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed the show. I enjoyed putting this together, and I've got another one for the next few weeks. So this is Sounds of Spring, Part 1. Hope I see you next week, my friends. Thank you for stopping by. I love you guys. Bye-bye.